Fun. Actually, let's take a look at you in action once again. This is, again, from Rage and Honour with Richard Norton. Have a look at this. Picked this clip particularly because Richard Norton gets the life beaten out of him, and I thought he'd really appreciate it. He's beaten up by both sides. How long did a scene like this take to shoot?
Oh, this one was pretty quick. We actually shot this probably in about 3 hours. But actually, when we were shooting this, Richard said that this is one of his fantasies come true.
Yeah, but he's never been a very well person. Yes. Oh, yes. Well done. Cynthia puts down another baddie. But, how did you first get started in martial arts? Because obviously you didn't just leap into movies and go, oh, I'll do martial arts movies. You've got such a long and, God, successful martial arts background. How did you get started?
Well, I started when I was 13, and I think at the time I was interested in everything. I did music, baton, tap dance, ballet, gymnastics, and my girlfriend's parents were taking martial arts, and I saw them practicing, and actually I liked the uniform, and I thought, oh, that looks good. I think I'd like to try that, and it's just something I, stuck with all my life.
What a great reason to start.
Yeah,
I love your kicky pajama suits. I want those.
I was always very fashion conscious.
Yeah, that's great to know. Yeah, and so you trained when you were 13, and then you went into competitions after a while, and national competitions, in forms and in weapons. You do a lot of weapon training, I believe.
Right, yeah, I know 18 different Chinese weapons.
Wow, so what sort of things? Swords and poles?
Hooks, swords, whips, knives, staffs, three-sectional staff, daggers. There's so many. Then there's a sword and a whip, so...
Just your variation type thing. And are you still training? I mean, you've done a lot of films now. Are you still training and stuff?
Yeah, I still work out, but I think after I retired from competition, I realized there's other things I could do. Now I can do aerobics, I could swim, I could play tennis. So I do the martial arts maybe twice a week, whereas before it was only martial arts. I had a martial arts school, and I would train literally 6 to 8 hours a day just doing that.
Are you still getting personal value out of your martial arts, or is it now become more something that you do? Yeah, I do this because I'm a martial arts movie person, and that's what I do, and I'm getting my personal value out of other things.
No, I still do get a personal value out of it because it has helped me so much in my life, and it has made me more of a positive person and to go after goals that I set for myself, not to give up. So, things that I've learned through martial arts will just stick with me for the rest of my life.
In the movie sequences, of course, you're enormously confident in all the fight scenes and things. I guess it wasn't that way when you started in your first class. Were there many girls training when you started?
No, actually, I was the only one, except there was one girl that was a black belt, and I didn't like it. I hated it. I felt uncoordinated. I couldn't shout. It took me about like 4 months before I could even shout. And one day the instructor gave a speech, and he said, well, if you're not doing well, it's because you're not putting your mind to it and you're not training hard. And I felt he was specifically speaking to me. So I started practicing and realized that, I could be good at this. And I think then, about 6 months, I entered my first competition and won. So I felt, wow, it's the first time I've ever won anything in my life, so that kept me going.
I can do this, I'll go to the next stage. That's great, Cynthia, sit there, because we've got lots more to chat about. Right now, though, let's